felt heavier than usual. Jerusalem loud, but heaven quiet. The hour had come. Bread in his hands with sorrow in his chest. He broke it slow, knowing what came next. Wine in the cup, covenant red. Every disciple unaware of what he said. He washed their feet with steady grace, even the one who betrayed his face. He looked in Judas' trembling eyes. Love still there beneath the skies. Peter bore with confident claim, I'll never leave you, not in shame. But Jesus heard the rooster crow before the morning's bitter glow. He knew the weight of every sin, past and future closing in. Yet still he sang the songs that night before he walked into the fight. Oh, Gethsemane, falling to his knees in prayer. Sweat like blood on holy skin, the crushing weight of what's within. Father, if there's another way. Silence linger where angels pray. Not a weakness but the human cry of knowing he would have to die. The one who formed the earth from dust, now choosing nails because of us. The Lamb who spoke and seas were still, now surrendering to the Father's will. Disciples sleeping feet away, couldn't stay awake to pray. The loneliest moment never known, the sun preparing to atone. Yeah. Torches flicker through the trees, metal armor clashing knees. A kiss placed on the Prince of Peace, betrayal dressed as courtesy. Peter swung the blade in fear, Jesus healed the soldier's ear. Even in compassion shown, his chains wrapped tight around his own. He could have called 10,000 down, legend shaking earthly ground, but love restrained omnipotent might. Yeah. And mercy walked into the night. False accusations, twisted lies, spit on mercy, mocked his eyes. Crown of thorns pressed through the skin, blood began as crimson in. Pilate washed his hands away, truth stood silent in display. Crowds that shouted Hosanna loud, now crying crucified in a crowd. Barabbas freed, the guilty spared, the innocent condemned and bare. Justice stood in battered frame, taking on the sinner's blame. What did he feel? His fists were thrown, his flesh was torn from holy bone. Did he see a face in mine as he endured that brutal line? Yeah, the way of sorrows, wood on shoulders, bruised and torn, created, carrying cursed thorn. Every step through crowded street, dust and blood beneath his feet. Mothers weeping on the side, Roman soldiers full of pride. The sky itself began to dim as hatred tried to silence him. Simon pulled him to the way, helping bear what none could take. Jesus stumbling, breath grown thin, yet still the cross was love from him. Did he remember Bethlehem, the manger cry, the shepherd him? Did he see the empty grave, even as he chose to save? Even as he chose to save. Nails through hands that healed the blind, feet that walked on ways confined, arms stretched wide between two thieves, heaven watching as he bleeds. Father forgive, the mercy spoke through lungs collapsing under choke. The veil would tear, the earth would quake, his sin met justice for our sake. My God, why have you turned away the darkest hour of that day? Bearing wrath we could not stand, so grace could rest in human hands. It is finished, not defeat, redemption made completely come. The Lamb who carried every loss, now lifted high upon the cross. After between the garden and the grave, he walked the road that love must pave. Not forced, not trapped, not overthrown, but choosing nails instead of thrown. If you ever doubt his care, remember Gethsemane's prayer. Remember shoulders bruised and torn. Remember mercy wearing thorns. The cross was not an accident, it was deliberate covenant. Love poured out in crimson, called salvation written